Right now we are on the brand new 248 Sport Pursuit center console, and let me tell you, this is one of the best 24-foot center consoles here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show this year. What is going on, guys? Ryan from Livin here, and welcome back to another boat walkthrough here at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show 2022. And today we are at the Pursuit booth. So one thing that makes this 24th Pursuit so special is because it is actually the first ever made of its kind. Yes, they just revamped. Before they had a 23, it was 23 by registration, it pretty much measured 24. Now this is a 24 by registration, and this is the first one they ever produced. So as always with our boat reviews, we're gonna start up on the bow and make our way to the stern. So starting up here, we have the beautiful plow stainless steel anchor, and we're gonna open up this hatch. There we are on a windlass setup right here. You can take a look, we have a control right here, so you can control your windlass by this little mechanism right there. That way you don't have to communicate with the driver or the switch over there. You can handle it all up here on your own. Now, one thing that is new to this boat that's really unique here is they have a ladder over here in the front. So that way, if you are at the sandbar, you have the option to pull straight in onto the sandbar, drop down this ladder right here, and then hop off the front and do everything you want to do without having to go off the back ladder. So you guys might have noticed a change in the hat real quick. The generous people here at Pursuit hooked me up with a little goodie bag with some stuff. So we're gonna be rocking the Pursuit hat for the rest of the walkthrough. It just feels right. And unfortunately, there's a plane that keeps circling around, probably for like the last 20 minutes. You just keep circling around here. So if you hear the plane noise in the background, I'm gonna talk as loud as I can over it, but I apologize. I gotta keep going on the walkthrough here of this boat. So if we look up in the front of the boat, we have this beautiful sunshade you can see right up here. So it connects up to the T-top right up here and right over there. And then it has two poles that come right over into here to make for the ultimate shady experience here for the sandbars and all that kind of days. So if we take a look up front, of course, we are decked out with two JL audio speakers. And if we take a look under here, under the side gunnels, we have a little cubby pouch over here that is great for tossing, sunglasses or anything like that. Just make sure they don't get lost. And we also look over here, we can open this up. We have a nice little USB charger over here. So whoever is playing their phone, the music or anything off their phones, they can charge their phones up here if they want, anything like that. So of course, like a lot of the boats nowadays, we have the forward-facing seating. So we could be sitting down, lean back in the backrest and look straight ahead to see what waves are coming our way. That way we're not surprised when they come hitting the boat. Now, of course, these backrests can also be picked up and turned just like that. So they can stay away in that position, completely out of the way, pretty much flush with the side gunnel. You can lean it against it if you want, and it has plenty of room to still walk by and get to the front of the boat. So if we open up this compartment right underneath the seat right here, we have a little well, which you can use. You can put fish in it and any of that kind of stuff. I would probably use it also for some storage, and it's a nice size well right here. You can do pretty much whatever you want with it. We close that up. We have the identical well on the other side, but we will show you anyway. Here it is, another great well. Close that up simply by a little latch. Now you can see we're loaded with cup holders over here. So we got a cup holder hidden over here, two over here, 3, 4 cup holders. You have to be equipped with this beautiful shade. You need cup holders for your drinks while you're at the sandbar as well. So they got that covered for you. Now, if we look in the floor here, this is something really cool and something you probably won't even expect here. But if you open it up, we have a huge well. So we're actually going to step down into here, and you guys can take a look at how big this well actually is. I mean, I can pretty much go right inside this well. You guys can see we're inside. I could probably close this hatch over my head if I wanted to, which is just awesome for this size center console because there's loads of room to pack this with ice, put fish in it, and everything else you want to put in here. You can also use it for storage for life jackets and any of that kind of stuff. So right up against the center console over here, we have the forward-facing seat, which we will take a seat in. It's very comfortable, of course, and it is enough for 2 people. So I'm sitting here on the left side, and you can have another person sitting right here to the right of me. There's plenty of room. In addition, we have some armrests. So this is something they added that's new. Got armrests here on both sides. Just a nice little feature to make it a little bit more comfortable. Now, like a lot of new center consoles have, this is the cabin door. So we are going to pull right here, and this whole door is going to swivel open to become the big cabin. So we will take a walk in here. Nice and easy to get inside. A huge cabin for a 24-foot center console. We will stand up in here, and like I said, I am 5'10" if you guys have ever watched any of my videos before, and I am standing up straight in here. See, it's got a little cutout right here, so you can't stand right here, but it's cut out so you can fit your head right in here. So there we are, super echoey in here, but it's amazing in a 24-foot center console that I'm able to stand up straight comfortably. Now, of course, you have your head over here, you have the flusher for the head, your panels, access to everything over here, and a little porthole right here. So we're gonna walk out of the cabin right here with ease, no need to worry about bumping your head or anything. And we will close this on up, just like so. Just like that, very simple. Now if we take a look at the center console here, we have twin JL audio speakers pointing to the front, so that if you guys are pulling straight up onto the sandbar, you hop off at the ladder over here, you can have your music blasting towards you while you're hanging out on the beach over there. Okay, so we have some storage here on the side, which requires 2 hands to open. So there we are. We got some storage. Now it's identical on both the starboard and port side. So here we are. You can store anything you want in here. It's not super deep, but if I was fishing with it, I would probably throw some planers or some rigs or anything like that that we frequently use. I'd probably store it in there. Yeah, that's probably what I would end up using it for. So it closes with ease, just like that. You can take a look, we have the identical one on this side here. Okay, so moving on to the helm station, you can see here we have a beautiful 3-panel glass windshield, very nice. And we look up here, they included a little spot for our phone, which you guys know is a little pet peeve of mine. I always want someplace secure to leave my phone. Just because of social media and everything, I'm always using my phone. I think for safety reasons, everybody should have their phone nice and handy. When you're on a boat, not buried away in a backpack in the cabin or anything, you want it accessible. So you can see here it's recessed pretty nicely in, and it has a steep little incline over here with a little platform to put your phone. Now, one thing that is really unique to this entire center console is that we'll take a look. You see the little knob right back here and right over there? Well, there are 2 hinges down here. So if you ever had to service any of your electronics or replace anything inside, you can actually loosen up these knobs over here, and this entire center console will come forward. That is something that I really haven't seen on any other boat. That is thinking about maintenance to the max, to the extreme, and that's something you really like to see on a boat. It shows that they thought of everything before putting it out. They didn't just put out anything. Very much appreciated that they thought about that. So I'm sure you guys are not surprised, but they absolutely killed it with the dash here. We got twin Garmin setups here, a beautiful stainless steel carved Pursuit logo right in the middle. I really like that. And we have all of our gauges and everything nice and accessible. Yamaha, because it is powered by Yamaha's, our radio, our music radio over here, not VHF radio. And we have trim tabs, everything like that. Beautiful steering wheel right here. So we'll take a look up on top. There's nothing up here currently, but it is an enclosed little cabin up there. And I don't think the VHF radio, no, this isn't equipped with a VHF radio right now. So that is probably where I would put the VHF radio if you can do it. I think it's the best option, keeps it up, out of the way, but still accessible. So of course we have a couple cup holders. You got one over here, one over here. And one thing I do want to point out that they told me is that all of their cup holders, you guys can see, I don't know the correct terminology, but they are huge. They are a big enough size where they'll fit your big Yeti mugs and all that kind of stuff you have. And I only have regular water bottles, but here's a little reference for you since you probably can't tell how big it is. That is a regular water bottle. That is a huge cup holder. So that's great because there's nothing worse than having your favorite cup somewhere and then you can't put your cup down in a cup holder because the cup holders are too small. I hate it. It's in a lot of cars and everything like that, so it's great. They just went over the top and put the big cup holders in there for you. Looking over here, we have 2 bucket seats, which we will find out if they're comfortable right now. And of course they are very comfortable. And the one thing I do like about it, now if you guys watch my boat reviews, I am more of a fan of the bench style seating than the bucket seating. Now I would consider these 2 bucket seats, but you see how they're connected right over here at the edge? That kind of seamless connection makes it very comfortable to sit down, and honestly it feels like a bench seat, so I really like that. But you do have the additional armrest over here to separate that way. If you don't want to be that close to the person next to you, you want a little separation, you can still have that. but we have all of our armrests just like that. And here's what it looks like with everything in the up position. And while we're over here, we will take a look. This is the eye level view. When you're at the helm driving the boat, this is what it's gonna look like. There is plenty of clearance. You can see everything perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about that here on the 24-foot Pursuit Center console. Now, if you like to sit down and drive, you might notice on a lot of boats that the steering wheel is too far away, that you just can't reach the steering wheel and sit down and drive at the same time. We have that problem on our boat because we do not have a moving, it's just a stationary bench seat. But if you take a look over here, we have a little handle and you pull it. Hang on, this might require 2 hands. So we just take this lever right here, you can slide it to the side, and then you can push, and you can also pull the seat just like that, and it locks into place. That way you can sit closer or sit further away from the helm. So take a look on the side there, we have our boat brush and other poles and kind of stuff like that that you can put over on the side. Same thing on the port side as well. And hidden behind here, we actually have our freshwater washdown, which is really nice. And on the port side of the boat, we have the raw water washdown. Now we also have some floor hatches over here, which is always nice to see to maximize storage. So open this on up for you, just like so. Everything's on nice hydraulic pistons too, which is really nice. Beautiful box right here. You can store any of your longer fish like your kingfish, mahi, wahoo, all that kind of stuff right into these fish boxes. We'll close this on up just like so. And we have the identical thing here on the starboard side as well. So if we take a look at the back of the seats over here, we have a little tackle station right here, which is really cool. Give me 1 second to open. There we go, it requires 2 hands, sorry about that. But we have this beautiful tackle station. You can throw anything you want in here, extra leader and everything like that, sinkers. That's the kind of stuff I probably put in here, along with anything else you frequently use and just want to keep hidden away. And the great thing about this, you can see the keys in here, these locks. So if you do keep your boat in a marina or by your dock or anything like that and you're worried about theft, you can lock it up at night, which is very nice and gives you a lot of peace of mind. So we have a nice little Yeti cooler under here that will slide right out on the tracks. And we have a rear seat over here. So if we pull on this and we just kind of pull on it a little bit, there we go, we have our rear seat. Now, of course, it is a very comfortable seat, great for when you're running offshore and all that kind of stuff. You have some extra guests, they can sit back here, nice smooth ride. It folds right back up, just like so. Now, one feature that is really cool here is that we have a towing bar, which is collapsible, so it'll go right back down. So if you're into tubing, water skiing, wakeboarding, any other kind of water sports like that that require you to pull behind a boat, they make it nice and easy by having this retractable pole right there in the middle for you. On the side gunnels, of course, we have tons of cup holders. 1, 2 pole holders over there, 2 more cup holders, 2 more pole holders, and next to the tow pole, we have 4 pole holders. And we do get a decent sized live well on this 24-foot boat. You can see right there. So that's a very nice feature. Then we can take a look at this hatch on the floor. This is a little bit different to open, so bear with me for 1 second here, but we are just going to slide this open like this. You have to lift up and slide it out, just like so. There we go. So you guys can see inside. That is the bilge area with the batteries and everything, nice and accessible. And over here is an accessibility to your fuel tank and that kind of stuff. So they left that accessible for you, which is great. Close this on up, just like so. The little details is what I really like about the Pursuits. You can see over here the nice Pursuit logo engraved over here by the drain hole. It's that kind of stuff that just make the boat look so much sharper and so much more professional. So over here, we do have a door, of course, right over here. Now, one thing that I am really sad that they got rid of from the 23 Pursuit, and it was something really funny when I did a review of that boat, was that there was a little flappy door over here at the bottom. And during my review, I called it a doggy door, and I got made fun of a little bit for calling it a doggy door. But you know, it really looked like a doggy door to me. So they got rid of that, but it was to actually allow water to flow out in case the inside took on a lot of water. But they got rid of that in this boat, unfortunately. Now the back swim deck area for a 24-foot center console is very impressive. You can see you have loads of room over here. This over here, this will pop up just like so. So if you want to, I don't know, access more in there. It is very nice to have non-skid deck surface over here to walk on. Gives you that much more room to do anything you want to do. Back off the swim deck over here. There is another little compartment over here. There we go. A little tough to open. Not really sure what the storage is for, but it's there. maybe you can use that for a rear anchor or something like that when you go to dock up at the sandbar. And this boat is powered by a single Yamaha 300 horsepower engine, so it's gonna go plenty fast. That has a lot of horsepower for this 24-foot boat. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard me talking about the sandbar here with this boat over and over again. Let me tell you, this boat is just as capable with fishing as it is the sandbar, and I'll show you why. We have the 2 rod holders over here, the 2 over there, 4 in the back over here, 4 in the front over there. I mean, it is loaded with rod holders and makes it very fishable here for a 24-foot center console. Now, would I call this the ultimate fishing machine? No, by any means it's not the ultimate fishing machine, but Pursuit, and especially this 24-foot center console, gives you that perfect balance of being able to take your family out on the weekend to go to the sandbar. Maybe you want to do some casual fishing, and then maybe during the weeks you go out with your friends and stuff like that, your bros, and you go out and you do some serious fishing offshore, some trolling for wahoo, some kiting for sailfish. I don't know, you could do it all here on the 24-foot Pursuit. Now we'll take a look at the spec sheet and give you guys the price of this 24-foot Pursuit right here. Here it is. You can pause it, you can read it. But here's what you guys are interested in, the price right there. Boat show special, $200,000. MSRP, $214,000. This is a fantastic boat for that price. If you start to go cheaper, you're definitely going to sacrifice in quality. And one thing I can assure you is that Pursuit does not sacrifice quality with their boats. And 2 things that I did miss really quickly that I just saw I want to mention here, or a couple things actually. We got 2 JL audio speakers here on the T-top, so your captain and everything can enjoy the music. We have a beautiful sunshade in the back, just like we did the front. Guys, that is a game changer when you're out on the water. It is hot out here today, and I can tell you the shade from this is helping so much. And then back here, you can't see underneath here though, we have a retractable ladder. I used that retractable ladder on my friend's Pursuit that he has, and let me tell you, that retractable ladder is awesome. Keeps it out of the way, and a lot of boats you end up tripping on the ladder if it's just sitting on the deck. Really like how it's just hidden away, retractable. Great ladder, great system, great job Pursuit. And that being said, that's gonna wrap it up here for the walkthrough of the 248 Sport Pursuit center console. This boat is absolutely awesome. And the final question, do I think that it is the best 24-foot center console here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show? Well, I can tell you one thing for certain that I have seen is that Pursuit's quality is one of the best. They load it up with features and they make sure to keep their consumer in mind. So that being said, I do think it is one of the best 24-foot center consoles that you can get right now, and especially here at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button and consider subscribing down below. I have tons of more Fort Lauderdale Boat Show content and boat shows in the future content coming along, so make sure you guys stay subscribed for that. If you guys did enjoy this Fort Lauderdale 2022 boat show video, make sure you guys check out this video over here on the left side of the screen. It's going to be another walkthrough of another boat from the Fort Lauderdale 2022 boat show. If you like this 24-foot Pursuit, I really think you guys are going to like that video. And until my next one, remember to keep living salty.